What's going on, everyone? Burbank Aviation here, and welcome back to another video. Today we have the February 2025 San Antonio International Airport update for you guys. We have a very exciting airport update here in today's video with frequency changes, aircraft changes, and all sorts of stuff to go over here in today's video. Really hope you guys enjoy. If you do, please make sure to like and subscribe, as it really helps me out. The support we have been getting here recently has been absolutely amazing, so I do appreciate it. Closing in on 2,100 subscribers. Really never thought I'd get this far this quickly, so I do really appreciate the support you guys have been giving me here on the channel. But anyways, let's just get started. We're going to start down over here on the far end, down here in gate Alpha 3 with this Delta 737-800. This guy's going to be heading on over to New York John F. Kennedy on the turnaround service. JFK is getting a one daily, seeing the 737-800 Sunday through Friday, and then on Saturdays that does go down to that A319. Been very consistent here for the past couple of months, but very cool to see the 737 out to JFK. Next up here, you got the Delta A320. This guy's going to be heading on over to Detroit after arriving in from Boston. Detroit running twice a day, getting 2 daily A320s. On Saturdays, you have one of those getting moved to a 319. And then Boston, you have that running 5 times a week, all A320 operated, flying Monday through Friday. So you're getting that flight on the weekdays. That is new ever since JetBlue pulled out of here back in, I think it was October. Delta added this Boston route, so that's super cool to see them 5 weekly out there. And you got this Delta A220-300. This guy's going to be heading on over to Minneapolis, St. Paul after arriving from Salt Lake City. Minneapolis is, so on the weekdays you get 2 A220-100s, and then on the weekends you get one of these A220-300s. So very cool to see that right there. Salt Lake City, meanwhile, on the weekends, you're getting 2 daily, getting 1 A319 and 1 A220-300. And then on the weekdays, you have a A220-100 flight added on. So very cool to see that right there. Next up, you get this Alaska 737-900GR in the UNCF livery. This guy just arrived in from Seattle on the turnaround service. Seattle flying 6 weekly this month, every day except Wednesday. So very cool to see that Seattle service. Hopefully daily will return. I honestly would expect that next month as we start getting into the busier months. January and February, always kind of the down months. But February really picked up from where January was. So very cool to see that. And excited to see Alaska and what they can do out of here. Now moving down on over here to our southwest section, we're going to start down at the end with that 737 MAX 8. This guy's going to be heading on over to Dallas left field after arriving in from Chicago Midway. Dallas is running at about an 8 daily, getting down to 6 daily on Saturdays, while Chicago Midway is running twice a day, going down to 1 daily on Saturdays. Next up, you got the Southwest 737-800 here in the Heart-1 livery. There we go. If it would focus. I don't think it's going to. Definitely sucks. Southwest 737-800. This guy's going to be heading on over to Denver after arriving from El Paso. Denver running around 3 to 4 times a day. El Paso running 3 times a day, but takes a heavy dip down to 1 daily on Saturdays. Southwest 737-700 Heart-1 livery winglets right here. This guy's going to be heading on over to Phoenix after arriving in from Baltimore. Phoenix is a 4 daily, going down to 2 daily on Saturdays, but up to 5 daily on Sundays, so super cool to see that right there. And then Baltimore is running anywhere from 2 to 3 daily, with a 1 daily on Saturday. And then you got this Southwest 737 MAX 8 right here in the Mule 1 livery. This guy's going to be heading on over to Las Vegas after arriving in from Orlando. Las Vegas is running 4 times a day, so very cool to see that right there, while Orlando is running twice a day. So very, very cool routes right there. We also have this Illinois 1 737-800 right here. This guy's going to be heading on over to Nashville after arriving from Atlanta. Nashville flying anywhere from 2 to 3 times a day, going down to 1 daily on Saturdays though, while you have Atlanta flying 2 times a day, also going down to 1 daily on Saturdays though. Now we move on over here to the back side of the A concourse. You got this Spirit A320neo. This guy's going to be heading on over to, we'll say, New Orleans. That is our new service that has started this month after arriving in from Las Vegas. New Orleans flying one daily on the A320. That starts February 20th, I'm pretty sure. So very cool to see that. That is one of our new seasonal services that we have. This is one of the 4 new routes that are going to be starting from now up until the end of April. So very cool to see Spirit's expansion out of here. Las Vegas flying 12 times a week there, getting 2 daily flights every day except Wednesday and Saturday. You also have Fort Lauderdale flying 4 times a week, and then Los Angeles flying 2 times a week. So very, very cool to see that. And then we also have Tampa on a seasonal service, currently not flying right now. So very, very cool to see Spirit's expansion out of here. Next, we got a few more Southwest aircraft, starting with the 737-700 here, Heartland livery split scimitars. This guy's going to be heading on over to Houston after arriving from St. Louis. Houston is a 4 daily, going up to 5 daily on Saturday, so very cool to see that increase right there. St. Louis is a 1 daily, going up to 2 daily on Sunday, so very cool to see that right there. And then you got the Maryland 1 737-700. They recently just repainted this, so I'm going to get this in for a few more airport updates, and then you won't see this model anymore. Definitely sucks because I just got it, but sometimes you're just unlucky with those kind of things. This guy's going to be heading on over to Los Angeles after arriving from San Diego. Both these services are about the same, both flying on 1 daily frequency, but then San Diego does go up to 2 daily on Sunday, so very cool to see that second daily flight on Sundays out to San Diego. Down at the end, you got the Southwest 737-800 Heartland livery split scimitars. This guy's going to be heading on over to Oklahoma City after arriving in from Kansas City. Oklahoma City is flying 6 times a week, along with Kansas City, both flying every day except Wednesday. So very cool to see that right there. Try to get a good shot of the American. Won't really happen though. So you got this American Eagle E105 right here. This guy's currently taxiing down to his gate after arriving in from Miami on the turnaround service. Miami is flying twice a day, getting 1 E175 and 1 A319. So that is very cool to see that service right there. Very good there for American. Down at the end, you have the American 737-800 in the blended, or not the blended winglets, the winglets with the logo. This guy's going to be heading on over to Chicago O'Hare after arriving in from Phoenix. Phoenix is getting right around a 4 daily, getting 2 A319s and 2 737-800s. On Tuesdays and Saturdays, that does you lose that second A319 flight, while Chicago O'Hare is running right around 1 to 2 times a day, all 737 right there. You got the second American 737, this one without the logo on the winglet. This guy's been heading on over to Dallas-Fort Worth on the turnaround service. Dallas-Fort Worth is getting anywhere from 10 to 14 daily, so really a wide variety there. Seeing SkyWest CRJ-700s, Envoy E105s, A319s, A320s, A321s, and the 737-800s. So really seeing a lot of stuff on over there to Dallas. And you got this American A321 in the Medal of Honor livery right here. This guy's going to be heading on over to Charlotte on the turnaround service. Charlotte flying anywhere from 3 to 4 daily, getting an A320, 2 A321s, and a 737-800. And then on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, you lose one of those A321 flights. So very cool to see all this for American. You also got Philadelphia running, Los Angeles running this month, getting anywhere from 1 to 2 daily, seeing a daily A319, and then Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, you get an additional SkyWest CRJ-700 out there. So very cool to see that right there. Now I'm moving on over here to the backside of the terminal. For Terminal B here, you got this United A320. This guy's going to be heading on over to Denver on the turnaround service. Denver is flying 3 times a day, getting 2 A320s and then 1 737-800. So very cool to see that right there. Got the United 737-900ER. This guy's going to be heading on over to Chicago O'Hare after arriving in from Newark. Newark is flying around twice a day, getting the 737 and the 737-900ER, or the 737-700 and the -900ER. Also very cool to see that right there. And then you have Chicago O'Hare running twice a day, getting two A319s. But then on Mondays and Fridays, one of those A319s is replaced with a -700, seeing really all of the variants, the -700, the -800, and Max 8, and the -900 are there. You got the United 737-800 down there. This guy's going to be heading on over to Houston after arriving from Washington Dulles. Dulles is a 2-daily, getting 2 daily 737-800s on the weekdays, and then on the weekends you're getting a Matey Winston 5 and then a 737-800 or a -900ER. Houston, big variety there, getting around 8 daily flights, seeing the Macy Winston 5, A319s, A320s, and then both the 737-700 and the 737-800. And then way down there at the end, you have this United A170 phone in for a SkyWest A110 5. This guy's going to be heading on over to San Francisco on the turnaround service. San Francisco flying mainly 2 times a day. On the weekdays, you're getting 2 of those A110 5s, and then on the weekends, you're getting 1 A110 5 there from SkyWest. So still very, very cool to see that right there. Now we're going to hit some of our taxiing aircraft, starting here with this UPS 757. He's going to be heading on over to Ontario after arriving in from Louisville. Just a few of our cargo routes out of here. You got UPS, FedEx, a few DHL aircraft. So very, very cool to see all that out of here. Got this Delta A321. This guy just landed after arriving in from Atlanta. He's going to be doing the turnaround service out there. Atlanta getting anywhere from 5 to 6 daily, getting 1 A320, and then anywhere from 4 to 5 of those A321s. So very cool to see that right there for Delta. Got the FedEx 767-300. This guy's going to be heading on over to Memphis after arriving in from Austin. 2 very nice cargo routes there. You also have the 767 out to El Paso, and then a A300 out to Fort Worth. So very cool to see kind of these in-state routes here for FedEx. Got the Southwest 737-700 Heartland livery split Skivitars. This guy's going to be heading on over to Burbank. That service is back after arriving in from Tampa. Tampa is flying at a 1 daily, Burbank flying at a 3 weekly, Sunday, Monday, and Friday. So very cool to see that right there for Southwest. Got this Delta A319. This guy is currently waiting. He's second in line. He's going to be heading on over to Los Angeles on the turnaround service. Los Angeles is a 2 daily, mainly getting 1 A319 on the weekends and then 2 on the weekdays. And then you have this Frontier A320neo right here in the Poppy the Prairie Dog livery. He's currently lining up. He'll be departing shortly for the flight on over to Las Vegas after arriving in from Denver. Las Vegas, a 5 weekly, running Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Denver being a 4 weekly, running Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. You also have Orlando currently running as a 3 weekly on Sundays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Alright, so that's it for aircraft. We do have some news to go over this month here, not too much. We're going to start over here with American, some changes out to Miami for this month. So last month we were getting a daily 737-800. Now we're up to a 2 daily, but it is 1 E175 and 1 A319. I'd assume it's more seats. If not, it's something really, really close. But definitely interesting to see that change right there. Delta, you got a slight drop for Boston. That service is down to a 5 weekly from 6 weekly. So a slight drop right there. And then Alaska, you have Seattle. That is up to a 6 weekly from a 5 weekly. So a slight increase right there. Frontier, you see that service that is up to a 5 weekly from a 4 weekly for Vegas. So that is very cool to see that right there. Southwest, like I mentioned, that Burbank service is back as a 3 weekly. So very, very cool to see that right there. And then Spirit here with the majority of the news. Really cool to go over this. You got Las Vegas up to a 12 weekly from 11 weekly, so a small gain right there. Orlando, that service has been suspended as of February 11th. Los Angeles, that service is now a 2-weekly, down from a 4-weekly. And then New Orleans, like I mentioned, that service begins on February 20th as a 1 daily A320. So very, very cool to see that gain right there. Really hope you guys do enjoy today's video. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. It's really helped me out. Support you guys have been giving me, like I said, has been absolutely amazing. Do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, make sure to like and subscribe, like I said, and I'll see you all in the next one.